Mocktails, on the other hand, is something which mocks the cocktail. Hence, the name is mocktail. Okay, in the parties, there are a lot of time you will find guests, you will find people who are not, who do not want to have alcohol, who don't want to consume alcohol. However, they want to have the experience of that very particular cocktail, but without the alcohol. So what do? We mock that cocktail, and that is why it has been named a beverage that imitates or mimic the cocktail are known as mocktails. Okay, so mocktails do not contain any alcohol. Mocktails can be offered to anyone depending upon their diabetic preferences. So that is one. Okay, now let me tell you a little story about how the name was derived. It is totally a fictional story, so do not get carried away. This is something that I thought would help you to remember how mocktail name was derived. Okay, so once upon a time there was a kingdom, and in that kingdom, the name of the kingdom was Sharabi Vada. Okay, and in that kingdom, the king who used to rule was known as Cocktail, the Cocktail King. Okay, a lot of people in that kingdom were not very happy with the king. However, there were few who were happy with the king because he used to give them hopes and he used to give them a lot of intoxication. Okay, they used to get energized. To name a few people, there was a Beer Jada, Jin Iyer, Ram Kumar, Whiskey Pathan, and Vodka Di Costa. These were the few people who were very happy with the cocktail king in Sharabi Wada. However, there were few who were not happy with the things that were going in the kingdom. They wanted to change the king because the king was not for the entire kingdom. He was only focused on these few people to entertain, and that is where the rebellion began. Okay, so there were few people from different areas. For example, there were people from Juicewada, Syrup Gully, Milkshake Mark, and Smoothie Praja. So these people of these prajas in these areas were not happy or keen of being cocktail the king of the kingdom. So what they thought of having a revenge, not a revenge, but doing something which will help not only them but will help the entire kingdom in a way. So what did they come up with an idea? They thought that they will replace the king with with someone who looks exactly like the cocktail king, however, without the intoxication. So no one will come to know. And that's what happened. So they changed the king, they changed the cocktail king. They found out a person who looked exactly like the cocktail king. However, he was not very keen or tilted towards the intoxication part, where the cocktail king was very happy about. So they replaced the cocktail king with this person who looked exactly and behaved exactly like the cocktail king. However, there was no intoxication involved. So the entire kingdom lived happily ever after that. So that's how this name came up, mocktail, that is mocking a cocktail in a similar manner, reducing or deducting the intoxication in it. That is, removing the alcohol part from the cocktail, you have mocktail. So that is one lesson for you guys and girls over there today. Now let us let us start making some pretty cocktails so that you can enjoy at your house and you can learn something new today. Okay, just in case if you have any doubt, I'll also be telling you what you can replace it with or what you can add in it so that it becomes much more helpful. But be safe and see that you have this in proper quantities. Okay, so the first cocktail that we'll be preparing is mojito. Okay, the it is spelled as Mojito, where a lot of people spell it or pronounce it as mojito. So that is not how it is pronounced. It is pronounced as mojito. Okay, so that is one learning for you. Now, mojito consists of, it was basically it's a Cuban drink. Okay, it was invented, it was prepared in Cuba. So in Cuba, there was a lot of sugarcane plantation, and you'll always find in the history, whenever you learn something or whenever you try to search something towards its inception, you will find that the thing that was abundant in that place, people are well known or they have made that thing famous. For example, pastas in Italy and French or in France, you will find that there's a lot of field of tomatoes. So they started preparing tomato purees, tomato concasses. Okay, like that. So whatever particular thing or country or a place is famous for, they prepare the beverages and the food according to that particular thing. So in Cuba, in Havana, there was a lot of sugarcane plantation, because of which they came up with this particular beverage. Okay, this is known as mojitos. It consists of like lemon chunks, sugar. Traditionally, they used to add sugarcane juice. Okay, but over here we have this variation, and we sugarcane juice is not feasible or accessible easily. So we use sugars, lemon chunks, sugar, mint leaves, and soda traditionally. But over here we can also add Sprite. If you're preparing a virgin mojito, I would recommend to add Sprite to it. It enhances the flavor a lot. Okay, if you're preparing a mojito that is alcoholic, then I would prefer or I would suggest you to add soda traditionally, how it is classically made. Okay, because there's a lot of time we people over here have a palate which is different from the foreign nationalities. Okay, so over here, that is why you will always see that few of the cocktails that a lot of Indians us prefer to have sweet cocktails, right? So that is why if you're preparing a virgin mojito, I would suggest you to add a Sprite. Okay, so let's begin with the cocktail. So first we will be taking lemon chunks. Then we'll be using sugar. We have added around 6 to 7 chunks and 1 teaspoon of sugar. We'll be muddling the same. We will also be adding the mint leaves to it, but a little later. Once we are done with this, with the muddling, now you see it releases all the juice, all the flavors of lemon, and it infuses sugar in it. Okay, this is how it is traditionally made, but a lot of time you can also use the sugar syrup. Okay, it becomes tedious to muddle sugar and dissolve sugar in this stage, but this is how traditionally it is made. So once this is done, once you're done with this, I would simply be taking few mint leaves. Now we cannot simply muddle the mint leaves because it releases, we simply need its aroma and flavor. So what we do, we simply tap this, twist and put it in the drink, in the beverage. Okay, this is one of the reasons why we do not wear mask and gloves, just in case if you are wondering. Okay, so we now mix this, and if you would have been over here, I would. It smells really nice. It smells like heaven because the aroma of mint leaves infusing with lemon, it creates a very great ambience, and that is what the guest feels when he is seated on the opposite side of the bar. Okay. Once this is done, we now will be adding ice. Now about the ice, I understand there are a lot of that, most of you or a lot of people in the house don't have crushed ice, but if you can manage the crushed ice, it goes extremely well with crushed ice. If not, not an issue. You can use it. It will have the same effect, but it is just that it won't. Crushed ice gives you an expression or a feeling of like sorbet, gola. So it takes you in a flashback. Okay, so that is one thing. So here we have crushed ice. The cocktail should not only taste good, but it should also look good. Because the first thing that a guest will look is through his eyes, and that's how he will start or judge the cocktail. We are using Sprite. We also have soda, so it will be used in a later stage. However, Sprite for now. And you have the last but not the least, the garnish. Here you go. So that is virgin mojito for you. Okay, about its existence or about its inception, there are a lot of theories that goes into saying that this was created by the slaves in that particular place. Okay, because they didn't have anything much to do after the work, so there was an abundance of sugarcane. Okay, and in mojito, the alcohol that goes, if you add a rum in it, it becomes mojito. Okay, no rum, virgin mojito. Okay, that is what it is named. So first there was a lot of sugarcane over there. They used to prepare rum because rum is made from sugarcane juice. Okay, and because they had lemon available, mint available over there, they started creating this infusion and came up with this drink. So this is one of the theories is that this was created by slaves over there. The other theory also mentions that as it was created by one of the physician who was looking for a cure. Okay, who was looking for a cure of certain disease. In Cuba, he went and he came across this particular alcohol that is rum. Okay, and at that time it was known as burning water. Why? Because today's rum is very smooth, but at that time they didn't have distillation and all. So the rum that they used to get was very hard and very. It used to leave a burning sensation in your throat. Okay, to reduce that sensation, that physician started adding lemon chunks. Lemon chunks was good for avoiding dysentery at that time. Today also, and to reduce the flavor, mint leaves and sugarcane juice. So because he created this concussion, it was easier for the people to have the medicine. And this is one of the theory. Again, this is all these theories have not yet been proven. They're still in dispute, but these are few things that you will come across. when you look for the inception or the discovery of Mojito. Okay, so this is one. Yes. Now let us make or create the second mocktail, which is Bloody Mary, Virgin again. Okay, so now over here, what we need to do, Bloody Mary consists of tomato juice, Worcestershire sauce, which we have over here, Tabasco sauce, salt, pepper, then celery stick to end with. Okay, then what we need to do, there is a certain way of preparing Bloody Mary. Now what we'll do is, the first thing is that we need to rim the glass. Now rimming the glass is rimming the surface of the glass, the top surface of the glass from where you can drink the beverage. Now there are two ways. Initially, a class, what they used to do was they used to rim the entire glass. However, in hotels, in today's time, there are a lot of guests who does not like rimming the glass. So to have the tradition continued and to also have the guest not diminishes the experience, what we do, we only rim half the glass. So that is what we are going to do today also. We'll only rim half of the glass, just in case if the guest is not fond of salt or rimming the glass, then he simply opt to choose or opt to have the sip from the plain part of the glass. Okay, so that is one. How do we rim the glass? We take a lemon, we simply use the lemon like this, so that the rim gets wet and it becomes easier for us to add the salt to it. Now, if you see over here, there is already salt. Here. So you have rimmed the glass. Now, what do we need to do? We will add some ice cubes to it. Post that, we'll be adding the all the beverages, all the things that we need to yeah. Now, this is a simple mocktail. It doesn't involve anything fancy. It can be made at home also. All these things are required, and yes, the salt. Okay, so the first we'll start. We'll add around 90 to 120 ml of tomato juice. Okay, then we'll add around 3 to 4 drops of Tabasco sauce. This is very spicy sauce, so please be a little careful. People who are not who are spice tolerant, please see if you can skip this. But it also, this adds an amazing taste to the beverage, the mocktail. Worcestershire sauce, again 2 to 3 drops. If you want, I can show you the brand also for your convenience. Okay, here then we'll be using or adding a pinch of salt. Okay, and pepper. Now this is Virgin Bloody Mary. Okay, this does not have alcohol in it. However, the classic cocktail from which this has been derived, that has vodka as a base in cocktail. So if you add vodka to this concussion, this will become Virgin Mary. Okay, there are a lot of other variations to it. If you add gin, if you add tequila to it, it becomes a lot of other variations. Bloody Maria becomes, then it also becomes Bloody Screamer. Now, there is a story behind this also, how it was invented or how it came into existence. So before that, let me just taste this mocktail and see if anything is missing. I would again, this is the question that I'm telling you. Whenever you create or whenever you prepare a mocktail or a cocktail or in the restaurant or in the bar, I would suggest before dispensing it to the guests, friends and family in house, taste the mocktail first, then only you dispense it. Okay, so it becomes easier. This is generally the garnish for this mocktail or cocktail is celery stick. It is really good. That is excellent. We just need to place a garnish. We will be using lemon slice as a garnish for now. And there you go. Your Bloody Mary is ready to serve. So that's how we prepare virgin Bloody Mary. You add vodka to it and it becomes Bloody Mary. Now the second thing about the story, there are basically two theories to this. One is that once upon a time it was said that one of the guests in one of the bars in Paris, he stated that he wants to order something. This thing customized, and he said he wants to add all these things. Once the drink was dispensed and served to him, he said that this drink looks like his ex-girlfriend, who used to work in one of the clubs in England by the name of Bucket of Blood, and his name was May. So that's how, and that's when this cocktail was named Bloody Mary over there. Okay, so this is one of the theories. One of the it has not yet been proven. They are still in dispute. So this is one of the stories behind this cocktail. Okay, so that is it about Bloody Mary. Now let's start preparing the next cocktail. The next cocktail we'll be preparing is pina colada. Okay, pina colada, it's Spanish word, and in simple English it means strained pineapple juice. That's it. Pina colada. Pina means pineapple juice. Colada means strained. Okay, I will again tell you a little brief about the history behind this amazing beverage. This is a very good. About the Bloody Mary also, it is uh, generally have it in the morning or in the afternoon. This also helps you to cure your hangover. Okay, so that is one amazing fact about Bloody Mary. Pina colada is very well known, goes very well with the female crowd, and it is sweeter on side. And today I'll also tell you traditionally or classically how it is made, and I'll also give you a little cheat code how you can prepare it and make it liked by everyone in the house. Okay, just in case if you miss out certain things. This beverage only requires two things. One is pineapple juice, the other one is coconut cream. We also classically they only have these two things in virgin pina colada. If you add a rum to it, it becomes pina colada, and it is exceptional. Uh, as in, it is one of the highest selling cocktails in the bar. So today we will not be adding alcohol, that is rum, to it. We will be only using pineapple juice and coconut cream, which we already have. We have coconut cream and we have pineapple juice. However, to add a twist to it and to add sweetness or to make it palatable for the Indian guests, for Indian palates, we will also be adding. We will also be adding something for which everyone screams, that is the ice cream. Okay, that is the ice cream. So that is one thing, and we will be using crushed ice for preparing this beverage. Okay, 180 ml of 150 ml of pineapple juice, around 90 ml of coconut cream, and again around 90 to 120 ml of vanilla ice cream. Vanilla ice cream is optional, but I would suggest to add vanilla ice cream because it gives this beverage an amazing flavor to it. Okay. So before we begin, this drink can be made into two variations. One is shaken, the second one is blended. Shaken can be made in the shakers, and the blended we will be preparing blended today. Okay. Yes, it is clean and good. Now, without wasting any time, so till the time this gets blended, let me tell you, or let us how it goes. Before we take it out of the blender, let us see how it tastes. Yes, just as expected. Out of this world. Yeah, thank you. Now there is two. No, thank you. Now there is two garnish that you can place with this. One is pineapple that we'll be placing. The other one is cherry. Okay. Now you can actually place both the. You can also place both the garnishes together. So it is not any hard and fast rule, but these are the two classical garnishes that goes along with this. So this is. Thank you so much. So this is the last and the third cocktail. If you add a rum to this, white rum. Okay. If you add a rum to this, it becomes alcoholic. So that is pina colada for you guys. And yes, that is it for today. Yeah, I have already told you about the history. Yes. So nothing else for now. So the three mocktails we have Virgin Mojito, Virgin Bloody Mary, and Virgin Pina Colada. And an amazing.
And just go through the recipe again. I mean, what?
Oh, okay. So for Virgin Mojito, Virgin Bloody Mary, and Virgin Pina Colada. The recipe for Virgin Mojito is you just need mint leaf, lemon chunks, sugar, and soda or Sprite. I would still say go for Sprite because that would be much more sweeter. Okay. Put all the ingredients like lemon chunks and sugar in glass, muddle it nicely. Then tap the mint leaves. Do not muddle it. Tap, twist, and put it in the glass. Put ice cubes or crushed ice. Mix it well. Add top it up with soda or Sprite. That's it. If you add rum to it, sorry, yes, rum to it, white rum to it, it becomes alcoholic. It becomes mojito. Bloody Mary, again very simple. One of the classical cocktails. This is Virgin Bloody Mary. It does not have alcohol in it, so it only has tomato juice, Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce I've already shown you. Tabasco sauce. Tabasco sauce, one of the spiciest sauce you will have, and you have lemon juice, salt, and pepper. Okay, the garnish is celery stick. However, we are not able to procure celery stick today, so that is why we are using lemon circle, which can go easily with this. Okay, as one of the ingredients that goes into this is lemon juice. The third one is virgin pina colada. Again, this has you have this only consists of pineapple juice and coconut cream. That's it. However, to give you a little twist and to make it more likable, we have added also vanilla ice cream to it. Vanilla ice cream is loved and it is consumed majorly, and it is the largest consumed ice cream in the world. That was one fact. So vanilla ice cream is liked by everyone. You add vanilla ice cream to it, it simply gives an amazing twist to the classic cocktail. And if you add rum to it, nothing like it. The garnish again is pineapple because pineapple juice goes into it, so it it balances it out nicely. So those are the mocktails that were created, taught, and we knew a few facts about. So that is it for today. And yes, so I'm really glad that we did this, and uh, we did this, and I got an opportunity to showcase this to the students and to all the one who's watching us, who's watching this masterclass. Before I go or before we wrap up this masterclass, I would really like to say a few words or would like to thank those people who are behind this and supporting me directly or indirectly. Directly, my support, Mr. Sumit, is one of the students, third year student, along with our college. Uh, Very well mannered, very well dressed, and follows each and everything that is told to him. It's a very nice guy. Sumit, if you fall into any trouble, academic wise, this is the guy. Okay. Secondly, my colleagues, Nathan Jakes, my HOD, John Collin, my colleagues, Ajinkya Manditkar, Sandesh Jadhav. Thank you for the support again. And last but not the least, the IT team, that is Mr. Sadakat, Rekha ma'am, and Mr. Amit Kutte for helping us by creating room and giving us the link. And also the dean of the college, Miss Vandana Mishra Chaturvedi, and Miss Pallavi Chaudhary for giving this amazing opportunity to showcase our talent and make sure that the students also learn from this. Thank you so much, everyone, and I hope to see you soon. Be safe and look after yourself and your loved ones. Thank you. Bye bye.